Hello, and welcome again to Not Fake News. We have two articles from Liberty Writers coming up right now. The first one is, Donald Trump just gave a dire warning to every pot smoker in America. And the second one is, oh my God, look at what just got kicked out of CPAC. President Trump is so proud. Alright, let's kick this off. Donald Trump just gave a dire warning to every pot smoker in America. Story by Danny Gold. He's like, what, dude? No! We just got here! I hear you. Donald Trump has a plan to make this country great once again. And you know, I read this, so he has a plan. It actually makes sense. And let's hear this. I want you to hear this out, all right? And I want you to keep the crazed liberals in your mind when you read this. Donald Trump has a plan to make this country great once again, and part of that plan involves cleaning up some of the worst habits we have. Today, during the White House press conference, reporters asked Sean Spicer exactly what Donald Trump was planning cracking down on recreational marijuana use in the United States. His answer has stoners everywhere freaking out. I do believe that you'll see a greater enforcement of it. Now, just to clarify when Spicer said it, he's referring to recreational marijuana. Donald Trump has been very openly in favor of medical marijuana in the past, and that is not changing anytime soon. But for the people who just want to puff just for the fun of it, this is what Sean Spicer's got to say.
I'm going to go to Roby Brock from the Talk Business and Politics in Arkansas. Where is he from? Arkansas.
Hello, Kobe from Arkansas. Oh, that's not Kobe. Sorry.
Hey, thanks, Sean. Roby Brock with Talk Business and Politics here in Arkansas, the home of the rowdiest town halls in the nation. I have a question on medical marijuana. Our state voters passed a medical marijuana amendment in November. Now we're in conflict with federal law, as many other states are. The Obama administration kind of chose not to strictly enforce those federal marijuana laws. My question to you is, with Jeff Sessions over at the Department of Justice as AG, what's going to be the Trump administration's position on marijuana legalization where it's in a state-federal conflict like this?
Thanks, Roby. There's two distinct issues here: medical marijuana and recreational marijuana. I think medical marijuana, I've said before that the president understands the pain and suffering that many people go through who are facing especially terminal diseases, and the comfort that some of these drugs, including medical marijuana, can bring to them. And that's one that Congress, through a rider in 2011, looking for a little help, I think put an appropriations bill saying the Department of Justice wouldn't be funded to go after those folks. There's a big difference between that and recreational marijuana, and I think that when you see something like the opioid addiction crisis blossoming in so many states around this country, the last thing that we should be doing is encouraging people. There is still a federal law that we need to abide by in terms of the medical, when it comes to recreational marijuana and other drugs of that nature. So I think there's a big difference between medical marijuana, which states have the states where it's allowed in accordance with the appropriations rider have set forth a process to administer and regulate that usage versus recreational marijuana. That's a very, very different subject. And I think Shannon, Glenn, this isn't a TV program. Okay, you don't get to just yell out questions. We're going to raise our hand like big boys and girls because it's not your job to just yell out questions. Shannon, please go.
Okay. Well, first on the manufacturing summit, was the AFL-CIO invited? And then, I did want to follow up on this medical marijuana question. So is the federal government then going to take some sort of action around this recreational marijuana in some of these states?
Well, I think that's a question for the Department of Justice. I do believe that you'll see greater enforcement of it because, again, there's a big difference between the medical use, which Congress has through an appropriations rider in 2014, made very clear what the intent of what their intent was in terms of how the Department of Justice would handle that issue. That's very different than the recreational use, which is something the Department of Justice, I think, will be further looking into.
Okay, nice shutting up that guy in the audience, Sean. Number one. Number two, I want you to just listen to my theory. It's real quick. You got pot, and it makes you paranoid. And all the things that the left and the elitists have been doing to just the plan, it's all a devised plan by them. And is it possible that making marijuana legal in a lot of states was part of their plan because they wanted the kids to smoke, they wanted to get them paranoid, they wanted them to be paranoid, freaking out and thinking about what's going on and worrying about Trump. So all these paranoid pot-smoking kids, I'm not saying pot's bad, I'm just saying, is it possible that new kid, when you first start smoking pot, you're paranoid. You get that. That's a real thing. It's like, no joke. You smoke, it makes you think, makes you really think, and it makes you paranoid too. And if you got these crazy, if they're watching these crazy videos from the left, that's scaring the hell out of them. That's all I'm saying. It's a theory. I thought of this when I heard them saying that this whole video and what they're about to say. I think maybe that's what made me think of it. There are no specifics yet exactly what this could mean. However, what we do know is that there has been a rise in new medical conditions in the area of recreational marijuana use. It is very important to note, however, that marijuana is not currently anywhere near a top priority for President Trump and the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. Between criminal legals and radical Islamization, there is a chance that it may not be worth the funding of the manpower needed to be enforcing it all. Probably not high on their list of to-do things to do. So if you or a family member suffer from cancer, epilepsy, glaucoma, or any one of the many other medical conditions that are treatable with medical marijuana, fear not. Donald Trump has no intention of leaving you out in the cold. But if you think Trump is making the right decision, show your support and help share this out everywhere. Okay, next story. Oh my God, look who just got kicked out of the CPAC. President Trump is so proud. Liberal-loving labeling conservatives as racists and anti-Semitic, as you well know. But the truth is, we hate that kind of behavior. Actually, it's true. We hate it. It was Republicans who freed the slaves and fought for Jim Crow laws. And we still stand strong in our message of equality. But every once in a while, you get a racist lunatic who the media uses to paint all conservatives with a broad brush. In this case, the whack job is Richard Spencer. Spencer is an anti-Semitic bigot who became known after a video emerged of him leading a crowd in the Hail Hitler salute. Yeah, that was a big ball of bull. Mr. Spencer is banned from the UK and 26 other European countries after he deported from Hungary for organizing a conference for white nationalists. During the campaign, Spencer announced his support for Trump, even though Trump plainly said that he does not want any support from white nationalists. Conservatives stand with Trump in denouncing racism. That is why Richard Spencer was kicked out when he showed up at CPAC. Okay, call us racist now. We just kicked out the Nazi hailer. Controversial alt-right leader Spencer showed up at the Conservative Political Action Committee, CPAC, Thursday, only to be escorted the hell out of there by security. Is that you? Is that you, Hitler? Yeah. Isn't he the guy who got punched in the face? Right? Didn't he get punched in the face while talking on something? And I noticed because of his hair, it was, and I don't know. Not saying there's anything wrong with that. It kind of looks like my hair when I do it. Zach Hanover. Richard Spencer holding a gaggle after being booted at a CPAC. A gaggle of reporters. Hello, guys. I'm exiled. Look at this American patriotic dude. Okay, that's the whole shot. Harry Byrd. Grizzly Joe, the hero America needs but doesn't deserve, just told Richard Spencer, "You're a effing piece of S." You effing piece of S? This dude told him that. This is what real conservatives think of bigots who hate Jews and support Hitler. We won't stand for it. I doubt the Clinton News Network will report the admirable move conservatives just made today. And so share this and show the world that the Trump supporters want nothing to do with hateful scum like Richard Spencer. That's right. And don't worry, weed eaters. You still got to have your weed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below if you haven't already subscribed. And then hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get the breaking stories as they come in before all your families and friends know about them. Isn't that cool? Also, if you want to help support us, don't worry. It's free. And all you have to do is hit that like button. That's all you got to do is keep watching our shows and like the like buttons, and you're helping to fight the good fight. I'll see you next time at Not Fake News. Thank you.